a profession. Ain't nobody got life figured out, but niggas tell lies and niggas be messy. I've been chasing the art of perfection. That shit got me feeling so less than. I was scrolling on threads, trying to take chances. Somehow I made a connection. Introducing the bread and the butter. Run up the stream like bears in the summer do. Out here trying to encourage the younger gen. Bitch, I let it come straight from the frontal lobe. I remember doing poetry. Poetry do something for an old soul. Gotta give it to Zabe. Cause Zabe took me to my very first show. Put so much in my art that you gotta notice. All this money come in hard not to blow it. I don't worry my brain or the paper rolling. Try to stay stoic, but my heart be showing. It's a killer game, got the blade poking. I was scrolling on threads. It was me and a voice in my head. Trying to find me and know it should be and get us a check.
Family, friends, loved ones out there. I know we're doing great on this Friday. I just want to come to you, have a conversation, talk briefly on a few different topics, and then we can Q&A at some point, see if we need to talk about them a little deeper or what not. Right? So, happy Friday to everybody out there. We're still in the March season. A lot of energy is now shifting into take action, or what I like to say, take flight or take fight, right? With me right now, I'm not really in the mood to go to war or to fight. So in this show, I'll be taking the side of taking flight and doing the protection, instead of going to war and taking the fight. And we'll get into that more into the show. I do want to talk a little bit about the universe, how the universe gives back to you when you make the right decision. When you make the right decision and the universe decides that you did make the right decision, then you're rewarded. The universe rewards you, and that's very different than what you expect from others or what you expect from your job when you do something. You know, you get a certain amount, something that's reasonable, but when dealing with the universe and its rewards, and when you're in alignment, they're truly what people call blessings, or what I like to say is a big gesture of abundance, right? And we all love abundance. So trying to understand that the universe will reward you, even though that no one sees the work you're doing. So yes, you're out there making agreements to work for money and for your time, but also the work that you do for money and time, if you do it from the right space, then that being can be rewarded from the universe because of the space and the attentions that you took when you delivered the service or did the job, right? So it's like getting money on the back end from the universe. So it's like that's where you want to really be thinking about. It's the back end, right? So when you're asked to humble yourself or to ground yourself by the universe, it's kind of like going on a job interview. You know, your employer or the employer is going to ask you, can you do this, that, and the third? Well, that's the same thing the universe is asking of you now. Can you do this, that, and the third? Can you have a routine that gets you up and gets your mind and body stimulated? And can you direct your energy where it can be constructive instead of be full of emotions. And these are some of the questions that the universe is asking us and seeing how we respond. And I just say that if you accept the role, or you have a better understanding what the universe is trying to ask of you at this time, then you can set the boundaries and you can set the daily routines that you want to do and that what you feel that you're capable of doing, and then see where that gets you. Everyone doesn't have to start out with a heavy load or a big schedule or all these amount of things that they want to accomplish. They can start out with just one thing that they want to get done. And that could be just waking up and taking 5 minutes before doing anything, and just to see the energy and vibration that the universe is telling them to get in alignment with, right? Because we just jump out of bed, we get going, we do this, that, and the third, and we didn't even check in with the universe or see how the universe wanted us to align ourselves with our energy, because our energy plays a part of the universe's energy. So we have to be in alignment so that everyone gets what they need, and there's no force. Because when you try to force your energy on to someone or to the environment, or when the universe try to force its energy onto you, these things are what we feel: discomfort, tension, and some type of resistance. So it can throw us off in our present moment. But we don't want those things to happen if we can stay in true alignment, right? So learning the art of receiving is something that you must do when working with your spirit and working with this energy, because a lot of this stuff is going to be given to you, and you have to be able to accept it and receive it for the value that you can redefine it for, right? These lessons, these messages are free, but they're also of value. So you might be able to use these thoughts and use this information in the present moment for you, and see the value that it has at a different moment. So definitely being able to receive is one thing, but once you receive, you're also now opening up a lane to create, right? Because you have now received something, so now you can give something. Not to say in return, but you can give something back to the universe, because it's just like an exchange. And when you're giving something back, you can look at this as being something creative, right? Creating what? For me, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create more energy from the universe. I want to be in good deeds with the universe when I leave this land, and I also would love to receive some of the back end rewards that the universe gives you when you put in the work. So I'm just like fully dedicated and committed to making sure my energy is directed and working with the universe's energy, instead of, holding people up or distracting people or doing anything of the sort to manipulate the system in my favors, because that's something that I don't want to catch myself up in doing, right? So, I also, when I kind of observed what was going on in my life, I seen that by understanding and accepting the role that I was playing or that I had to take, it gave me less to do. And when I had less to do, I had less to think about. And so when you have less to do and less to think about, that actually provides a little bit more energy. And with more energy, you can produce more in your work. You can produce more in what you give. So a lot of these things, that's very simple, by accepting and understanding the role that you need to take, can be very beneficial in the short run and in the long run. So that's the way I like to look at that. Today is the spring equinox. So, that there alone has an energy portal where we're starting a new cycle. And with the new moon being in Aries 2 days ago, we have still the energy of the new moon in Aries. And with Mercury's going direct today, it also opened up more energy for you to be creative with and to also decide in some things that you might have been holding off on, right? And then I look at all that energy and I start to see that today is one of the longest days that the moon is in a void course, meaning that the moon is not actually in a sign, it's in between Aries and Taurus, and it will enter into Taurus soon, but in this period of time, it's considered a void. And I just wanted to bring the question to everyone to see that, do you feel anything different today than you did yesterday, or maybe a few days before? And I say that because this portal has been open for the last 2 days with the new moon, or these portals have been opening in the last 2 days, but today it feels wide open. It feels so attracting that every breath, every thought is just taken in. And I just don't know if everyone feels that. And if you don't, then I understand that we might not be on the same frequency, but I'm trying to let you know that today is a very special day to not only clear your thoughts, but to set the intentions for your near future and the future that you want to come forth. Like, it might not be as soon as you want, but as long as you know what you want, you stay focused on that, and these portals will lead you down that. And it's it's just a very good feeling to know that you have today and tonight to really lock in and get your lines straight, right? Get them parallel so that they're running together at this time. How are you setting the tone and routine is similar to what I was just mentioning, because setting the tone and routine before this period would have been great, right? But now it's still good. It's still good if you set some good routines and set the tone of where you're going and where you're headed, right? What are some of the things you're leaving behind in March? Think about that. We only have maybe 10 days left in the month, maybe something like that. So get rid of all these things that you don't want to take forth in the next month, because once we get further into where we're going, these power days that we're having are going to be very vital to our changes and when we change and how we change and the timing of the changing. So yes, these power days, because we don't consider days anymore using the word week, because the definition definitely defines the energy. So we use strong days, and by understanding the strong days, the power days, there's going to be much more energy for us to tap into. With that said, I feel good to all my family, friends, and others out there. Hope you stay in tune with this channel to be growing and sharing.
Want love in this music? Get money and choose a profession. Ain't nobody got life figured out, but niggas tell lies and niggas be messy. I've been chasing the art of perfection. That shit got me feeling so less than. I was scrolling on threads, trying to take chances. Somehow I made a connection. Introducing the bread and the butter. Run up the stream like bears in the summer dew. Out here trying to encourage the younger gen. Bitch, I let it come straight from the frontal lobe. I remember doing poetry, Poetry do something for an old soul. Gotta give it to Zabe, cause Zabe took me to my very first show. Put so much in my art that you gotta notice. All this money come in hard not to blow it. I don't worry my brain or the paper rolling. Try to stay stoic, but my heart be showing. It's a killer game, got the blade poking. I was scrolling on threads. It was me and a voice in my head, trying to find me and know it should be and get us a check.